All right, welcome back to the show, everyone. This is your host, Ray Hansen, also known as Big Truck, and we are coming to you live from Frisco, Texas, at the Embassy Suites Hotel and Convention Center, and this is the Ultimate 10-Ball Championship. We've got a great match for you here. Rodney the Rocket Morris and Niels Feijen. I know Niels has a nickname. I can't think of it for the life of me. But joining me in the booth for this match is the legend himself, Roger Griffiths. Roger, what's going on, buddy?
Well, I'm out of the tournament, and I'm looking for something to do.
I hear you. Well, you found something good to do here. We've got some high-powered pool over here. This is a one-loss side match.
I think Niels' nickname is something like the Hammer.
No. I'm going to think of it here in a minute.
I know Rodney's is the Rocket also.
Yeah, okay. That's right. Your nickname was the Rocket for a while, wasn't it?
Right. The 90s.
All right. Niels has won the leg and will be leading us off here. It's rack number 1. First time I ever seen Niels play in person. I was talking just on the last match about how I was watching him play over here yesterday, warming up before the tournament started, and I said, man, this guy looks familiar. I know him from somewhere. I kept thinking to myself that, I was about, in fact, a couple of times I almost asked him, hey, where do we know each other from? Anyway, it's because I seen him play on TV so much. That's what it was.
That's right. Challenge of Champions, I think, and a couple of World Championships, I think.
Well, Niels is scratched on the break, and the Rocket's going to have ball in hand here. Kind of tricky little mess over here by the side pocket, Roger.
Well, it looks like he might be able to play on the rack side of the 3-ball and maybe break out the 6-7 after he does his work down here.
He's looking at it now, what he might be able to do with this. So.
Or even the 6 might bank. The 6 might bank. He's got ball in hand, so he should be able to get exactly where he wants to get.
I'll tell you, Rodney's always a blast to watch, man. He just kind of don't even act like he's trying. He's kind of watching on the table like he's just going to get something out of the refrigerator or something.
Well, guy asked him one time, how do you run out so well? And he goes, I don't know, I just run out. He's like, I don't have an answer for you.
He's just a natural talent.
Right. That was a good strategy. But now he's kind of going to have to play the rail first, or just cinch this 5-ball, so he's got a shot on the 6. I would say he's going to play rail first. Let's see what he does. Yeah, rail first. There you go.
Well, watch out, 8-ball.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he just didn't hit it hard enough. He had the right idea. Now he's called the 6 in the corner pocket. So he's going to kick at it and try to make it. Ooh. Now with a little, I think he got a little luck involved, and I think you can see it. He plays the 6 in the corner, the 7 in the side, the 8 in the side, 9 in the corner, 10 in the corner.
Well, I'll tell you what, Roger, my road dog said if you pick the right shot, your reward is getting lucky.
think it was well said when the guy said, "Well, if you hit the shot correctly, they'll all go." He's got a little tricky shot here. It's not all the way in the corner. It's not all the way in the jaws. And you can only see half of it. You know, one of the things that intrigued me about playing in this tournament was the rules that they played by. That the incoming player has the option when the other player goes out on a lucked in shot.
Right.
Okay? So that's the way we used to play on the PCA, except for we played it every shot.
Okay.
Every shot, the incoming player had the option. So if a player went out on a miss, and he hooked his opponent could make him shoot it again.
Right. Now,
Unless he called it two-way.
I'm thinking that's it on this tournament. Every shot.
No.
So if you call a pocket and only if you accidentally make a ball and then hook your opponent, that would be the only time. That's right. So it's not any shot. It's just if you make a ball, like you could call safety and accidentally make a ball, and then you could get the balls back, possibly. Even if you call it safety.
If you call safety and a ball goes in, it's still a safe.
No, you could get it back. It's happened a few times already here on the TV table. But yeah, you cannot accidentally pocket the ball, even on a safety.
She didn't really lock a ball out. I mean, you call safe, you can't shoot again.
Yeah. If you call safe, I guess you could pocket a ball and call safe.
Right.
According to the rules, I think you can't unless maybe you say that you're going to pocket the ball on the safety. But if you accidentally pocket a ball, I guess is what the rule is. Yeah. It's a good question. Roger Griffiths joining us here in the booth. This is your host, Ray Hansen. About to start rack number 2, and I looked away for a split second. I'm thinking Rodney won that first match.
That's correct. Oh, he won the first game.
First game, correct. We'll get that updated. Well, I tell you, similar rules are some that we're talking about for the Country Calvin Classic we got coming up at the end of June, June 24th, 5th, and 6th down in Houston. Alvin, actually. And it's going to be 2 foul push-out. And behind the line on all fouls.
Is it going to be by the same player or 2 fouls in a row?
It's a good question. It's been some debate. We're probably going to be talking to some old school players about which way we should play. Now one is called. Somebody was talking about Texas Express 2 foul push out. That was kind of confusing to me. I couldn't find anybody that knew what that meant.
I've never even heard of that. The Texas Express rules were 1 foul.
Right.
Okay. And but 2 fouls by the same player is the purest form of 2-shot rollout. And the next step would be 2 fouls in a row.
So by either player.
Right. 2 fouls in a row.
Well, which way do you prefer to play?
Actually, it doesn't matter to me. Two foul push out is good either way. It's because it makes it so much more interesting. I mean, players are more willing to go for shots than 1 foul, because if you go for a shot, if you get loose in 1 foul, I mean, you hook yourself, you can't win the game. But playing 2 foul, you can go for a shot. If you hook yourself, you can just roll out.
Right.
So it encourages really to invent shots, practice shots that other players can't make that you can and it brings in
And I really think that that's what's taken some of the excitement out of pool. You know, some of the tougher shots that we used to. Means a lot of the old school players, man, can make unbelievable shots. And, you know, like Keith McCready and Buddy Hall and yourself, and a lot of guys from back in the day that played a lot of two foul.
That's right. Wade Crane. Wade Crane would roll out to a shot where he would back cut the ball and spin it in. And if you couldn't do that shot, well, you can't beat him because he'll roll out to it every time.
Right.
You have to re-roll out, and then he rolls back to it, and then you just okay, shoot it, or you play it safe or whatever.
Right.
You know.
He'll make 2 or 3 of them and have you scratching your head.
That's right. Buddy Hall would roll out to a shot that he liked. If you see where the 7 ball is right now, he would roll out where the 6 ball is. And of course, you know, the only place it would go is on the right hand pocket. If you didn't know that shot, Buddy was make your bankroll look like an elephant stepped on it.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Niels with a nice layout here. 7 to the 8 ball is going to be the key shot. I don't know if you had to call one.
Yeah, I'd say he has to play more to the from where we're sitting to the right side of the 7 ball. Might have shot it a little too hard, but now he's got room here to come down to the end rail and come back up for the 8.
Yeah, it looks like the 8 passes in either corner.
Unless he wants to play down below it here and play it in the side. Oh, I didn't even know it would go past the 10. There it is. Yeah, that's a better view of it.
Well, it's certainly going to be interesting, this Country Calvin Classic. But you're right. But that's one of the things about this tournament that's nice. The little bit different rules.
Mm-hmm. Just regular 1 foul is, I think it's dying. I mean, they say that they created those rules for TV. Well, we don't have much TV anymore, and it's kind of ridiculous to play by it.
Well, I'm not even sure it was the right move for TV. I mean, because it sounds to me like the broadcast is going to be a lot more exciting on the 2 foul push out tournament.
Most definitely.
And we're going to see some shots.
Right. You're going to see some players going for it more often.
Niels Feijen answering back.
He made a good run out there. He seems real disciplined. I knew him more when he first came out. He was a little wild, but he matured and became a really good player. A lot of the Europeans, when they first came over here, we were kind of excited to draw them in a tournament. And then all of a sudden they started learning how to maneuver around the racks and just the little tricks of the trade, and all of a sudden they were really hard to beat. I think Oliver Ortman was the first one that matured, and then it was Ralph Souquet and Mika Eminen and
Darren Appleton.
I think he's only been playing like 6 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I was watching somebody's, maybe it was an article or it was on TV where he used to be a boxer.
Okay.
And he was looking for something else to do, where people weren't trying to take his head off every time he tried to make some money.
This is Darren Appleton we're talking about.
Yeah. and so he took up pool, and I think about maybe 6 or 7 years he became the world champion.
Wow. Wins the U.S. Open.
Yeah, and the world championship, I understand. I mean, that's a great story right there. He's a determined individual.
Neil's got a little tough back on this one ball. Looks like he's looking at pocketing this. Coming around the 5. They played safe all the way.
Safety.
He left Rodney
I think he left a little window there. Yeah, for sure.
He's playing the 1 in the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first came out on the tour and back in 1990, see, I had really I had only played 2 foul, and I had to teach myself how to play 1 foul. So, but everybody thought I was a little crazy because I'd go for shots that they would never go for. But I wound up having good success. But still, it was not orthodox 1 foul for sure.
Well, he hit this ball rail first and caught it off coming from the backside and rubbed it on the way out.
I don't know if he's going to shoot at safety here or shoot at the bank. It's a pretty tough bank. But it doesn't look like he has much of a safety either, unless he can park it right behind the 6 and move the 1 ball back. Oh, he is going for the bank. So he can basically partially shoot a safety and go for the ball.
Yeah, unless puts it right in the window possibly here.
No, he's got a.
Yeah, he's not there. He almost caught that window between the 2 and 7. He was sweating it for a second.
But he shot a good shot. He's kind of like, if I make it, I get a shot at the 2. If I don't, I got a chance to get a safety. Good shot. We used to say kickers go home broke.
And I tell you
how everybody's kicking for their money.
Yeah, well, exactly. People have taken kicking to a new level.
Almost definitely. The Filipinos. Kind of woke up everybody about kicking.
Well, a lot of times it's kind of like winning your first major. Once you realize you can do it, hey, wasn't that big a deal. Sometimes a lot of players I've seen, once they break through, now they start winning more. 2, 3, 4 of them, in a row.
Right.
But up until that point, they might have a lot of seconds and thirds, and suddenly they realize, hey, I can do this. And I think kicking's kind of like that. At least the Filipinos showed us that, hey, this kicking can be another level. It can be an art.
Oh, it most definitely is. I mean, Filipinos have, because most of them grew up playing billiards, and they have this system that they use that's never been written down, and it's never been written down, and they only learn it in the Philippines. And the reason I know this is because Parika beat me with it one time, and he hooked himself on the hill game with me, and I said, hey, Parika, that was a great shot. He kicked the ball in like he was shooting straight at it. I said that was a great shot, but we're pretty good friends. I said, I'll just tell you though. You're going to tell me how you did that.
might not have been able to.
He goes, okay, Roger.
And speaking of kicks, that was a nice kick by Niels there on the
one.
On the one ball.
Oh, most definitely. That rail first.
Came around with a nice angle to fall on the 3 ball, and now this table's opened up.
Yeah, well, looks like he's going to play for the 5 in the left-hand corner now.
Yeah, he seems to have just a little bit. He's a little bit off camber on this 4 ball, so it allowed him to just do that and go forward onto the rail. Right, it's a great shot.
Okay, now he's going to probably play below the 6, so he can come out to the middle of the table and play the 7 in the corner, and iron. Should be out of here.
Yeah, again, I always share a lot of stories from my road dog there, Brandon Schuff. But he was telling me he was playing Keith McCready in a match, and he'd never beat Keith. Keith always beat up on him as his kid growing up. They're from the same area.
Okay.
And anyway, he almost had Keith beat one match, and Keith came back and won the match. It was a close one. But Keith McCready afterwards came up to Brandon and says, you're going to have to play better patterns than that, young man, to beat me. And that resonated with Brandon, so since then he's always paid a lot of attention to his patterns on the table, and that's we've been seeing a lot of really good pattern play.
Oh, most definitely. That's when I was growing up, I trained myself to make my pattern before I started shooting, like pattern the whole rack out, and that's the way a lot of the great players did when I was growing up. So I made it so that I could break the balls, turn around, and look at the table after I broke the balls. 5 seconds, turn around, tell you where everything's at, what I need to do, where I need to go, where the trouble is, if there's any, and basically map the whole rack out in about 5 seconds, just looking at it, and memorize it. Of course, but pool is an ever-changing game, so if you get out of line, you have to redo it.
Rodney Morris puts another one on the board. 2-1, leading Niels Feijen. If you're just joining us, your host for the match right now is Roger Griffiths and Ray Hansen, your host. You're watching the Ultimate 10-Ball Championship live from Frisco, Texas. It's been a great tournament, and I'll tell you what, tomorrow is even going to be a better tournament.
Well, the great tables. It's a great venue. The conditions are perfect. The players really like that. We played on tables that had holes in them before. When I was younger, and the players these days really, they're really
spoiled.
Well, not spoiled, but they,
pampered.
Pampered. I would say that. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, it's a great time though. I mean, it's a great time for pool. It really is.
Look at that break.
It's awesome. He's got a bank in the side pocket available for this 1 ball, but getting on the 3 is the other end of the table. It's gonna be tricky. He's gonna have to travel.
He's gonna play the safety. And try to get behind this 3. Well, and I don't know if those kind of safeties are very effective these days because of the jump cue. These guys play with the jump cue like the regular stick.
Right. Yeah. Well, a lot of the jump cues today jump like a regular cue. You could hit it with side spins, top, bottom.
Right. Well, you could draw it back. Shane made a great jump on a ball in the Derby that won him the all around.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Ooh. Well, Yeah, it was a good try. He's just off just a little bit. But Rodney, it looks like Rodney going to play another safety here, probably behind the 10 or the 6. Uh-oh. Let's see, I think if he can barely see an edge here, he's probably going to go clip the 1 and go 2 rails and try to get behind the 10 or to the middle of the rail and keep it behind the 4-7 or the 1 ball separating the cue ball. Yep, that's weird. No?
Got a little fortunate there, but
He almost scratched.
Rodney's calling a full rail bank here. Full table bank. Or he called it in the side pocket.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Uh-huh. That's another one of those little two-way shots.
It's a good shot.
He's looking at to see if he kicks up to the end rail, will the 6 go if he hits the 1 on the right hand side coming back?
He called it too. He called the 6 on the side.
That's really his only option at this point. I think he's just looking to make good contact, and the 6 ball stopping the cue ball. But maybe they want to come down here behind the 3. Shot it extra hard.
Yep, and took a Rodney roll here.
Yep, it looks like he's going to shoot the 1 ball down here, shoot the 3 in the left-hand corner, probably the 4 in the side, or maybe the corner. He might just stop it right there. My granddad said, son, or grandson, if you got shape, there's no reason to play it. No reason to play shape if you already got it.
Sounds like solid advice.
Uh-oh. Could I use my grandpappy's advice? Oh, but he got it. Looks like he got a pretty good roll.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
That was one you could take a little more time with.
Yeah.
Rodney's a character.
I remember the first time I saw him, or the first time I met him, was at the U.S. Open, and he really kind of made a name for himself when he beat Earl out of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Out of the U.S. Open, which I think Earl's won it like 5 times.
Right.
And Rodney's debut, he just he really made a good show in there by beating Earl. And he didn't do it by getting lucky. He played good. He played real good. That was a strong stroke there. That's what impressed me most about when I first saw Niels play. He was just such a powerful player. sticks and stones days.
Yeah, a lot of memories. Guarantee you, we used to play a lot down at Moyer's down in Austin.
Oh, wow. That's a blast from the past.
We used to go, we'd hit all the little bars around Austin, Texas, and then at 2 o'clock we'd hit Moyer's and go over there and have some vegetable beef stew. Man, it was something to look forward to. Some good homemade stew at the end of a night of bar hopping, and they were open 24 hours, so it was action all night long in there.
Yeah, that's where I learned how to play pool.
No kidding.
Mm-hmm. As a matter of fact, when I was 13, my friends and I walked in there, and we saw a gentleman named Gilbert Martinez.
Oh, yeah.
Gilbert Martinez Sr., and he threw 15 balls on the table and ran them all out. And I just told my friends, I said, I have to be able to do that. If y'all are going to go home, that's fine. I'll see y'all later. So I spent that summer sleeping under the snooker table, trying to learn how to run 15 balls off, just like Mr. Gilbert Martinez.
Wow. Well, Neil's got a little just tough angle on this 9 ball to get back on the 10. He's probably going to draw over to the side rail and spin it back down towards the 10.
Oh,
man.
You know, anytime you juice the cue ball up, you have to be careful. You have to be real careful. It's just it's a tough situation. And anybody, I don't care who they are, has done that same thing.
If you're just joining us, this is Ray Hansen, your host, and I'm joined in the booth right now by old school player himself, Roger Griffiths. Really good to see you out again, Roger.
Thank you very much.
I was really surprised. I almost did a double take when I saw Roger Griffiths on the player sign-up sheet. And in fact, I was thinking it might have been a different Roger Griffiths. Maybe is there two? And here you are, man. It's awesome.
There is 2 of us, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but, I mean, we're not related, but on the internet, when you put my name in, there's some guy down there who's a marine biologist in Florida or something.
Oh, yeah?
That's all these technical articles. I go, no, that's me.
I thought you were going to say, like, yeah, I got good credit because of that guy. That's funny.
Most of the time I got any credit, it was all me.
Yeah, that's true.
Bad or good.
Well, Rodney Morris, I believe, got that last rack. And
is it 3-2 now, or did they change the score?
3-2.
3-2, Rodney Morris, right?
Alternating breaks.
That's something I like too, is the alternating break format. You know, because I mean, say you're playing good and you're playing by different rules. Say you're playing by different rules, where winner breaks. Well, it's you know, you're playing good and your opponent's playing good, and all of a sudden, you know, he gets on a roll, or you get on a roll, and your opponent's sitting in the chair, or you're sitting in the chair.
Put a 7-pack on you or something.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, you know.
Yeah, you could possibly, enter a tournament and maybe not ever even shoot.
That's correct. It's happened. I've been on both sides of it, you know, and it's just not. It's not a good test of skill, so to speak. I mean, it is if you're doing it, but you could be playing the best you ever played in your life, and your opponent just X's you out.
Right. It'd be like having football, where if you scored a touchdown, you got to receive the ball again.
Right. There you go.
You know, you need to swap it off, and let's see some each player.
That's right.
At the table.
Or basketball, you know.
Yeah.
Where make or take her.
Yeah, that wouldn't be any fun. Rodney's hitting him good here.
Yes, he is. He's on a natural roll here. he got himself a good rack and taking advantage of it.
Also, it was pretty cool seeing Bob Vanover here at the event.
Oh man, boy, is he a great player?
Speaking of guys that put a pack on you, well, I think he's one of the only guys to ever run out the entire set at the Texas Open.
At Moyers, he did it at Moyers.
Oh yeah,
he did it at Moyers. He ran 9 and out. I was there. I can't remember who he beat. It might have been Victor Ochoa.
I kept hearing about a really strong old school player named Ochoa, and a lot of folks asked if Silver Ochoa was related to him or an older Ochoa, and I'm not sure. I don't think he is, but Silver Ochoa, the young player, he's only 24, plays really jam up.
Yeah, that's the first, and here at this tournament, that's the first time I've ever even heard about him, and everybody says, "Oh yeah, that guy is, he beat a lot of people."
Yeah, he's one of the only players to win 3 of the Fast City Tour stops in a row, and he also won the T-Town Classic last February in one pocket tournament, defeating Rafael Martinez in the finals. Race to 5.
Rafael's another great player.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised Rafael's not here.
I asked about him too.
He's been playing a lot too.
Where's he playing at?
He's been playing down at Houston. A lot down at Bogies, quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
U12 arm wrestle from the internet chat asking why they put the rake on the table while they're racking each time, and that is actually the referee holds the rake for the players
at all times.
So if one of the players needs to use the bridge, they will hand it to the player. They have it ready, and that's a pretty cool feature as well. But the referees are also racking for the players each time. So this particular referee has been sitting the bridge on the table each time. So that's the reason for that. But it's certainly not required or necessary.
Just some place to put it.
Exactly. Kind of like laying your stick on the table. Brutal. Niels Feijen dropping Whitey in the drink there. Well, that's the way Rodney Morris likes to come to the table here with ball in hand. Mm-hmm. And a pretty open table, too.
It's always a refresher when you get ball in hand.
Oh, yeah. Tell you what, it can bite you, too. I drew Mike Siegel. I played at the Predator Tour up in Parsippany, New Jersey. I drew Mike Siegel, and I got ball in hand. He scratched on the break. Got ball in hand. I missed.
Did you get a bad angle or something?
Apparently. Yeah, it was bad. Brutal moments, man. Why do we remember those?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes, you get ball in hand and it's like, what? Man, why didn't you just run out so I don't look so bad? I got mad at, I remember I was playing in the World Championships with Kim Davenport, and he kept missing. And I was getting mad at him because he was missing. And I told CJ, I said, man, he's disrespecting me. He's missing too much.
Yeah, that's true. If you're just tuning in, this is your host, Ray Hansen, also known as Big Truck, and I'm joined in the booth right now by Roger Griffiths. hadn't seen you out in a while, Roger. And I know I said it a minute ago, but it really is cool seeing you out at a tournament now.
Well, thank you. It's good to be out. I've had a lot of fun. Talking with some of the people I haven't seen in a long time. I've been away for about 11 years since the last Camel event in Vegas.
No kidding. Wow.
Yeah. Well,
a good little spell.
I'll take it back. I did the one in California with a round robin thing. And but it's good to see everybody, and everybody seems to be in good spirits. I really enjoy the younger players because they have like a camaraderie going, and they're kind of lighthearted, but when they're up there playing against each other, they're serious.
Oh man,
they're serious. But afterwards, it's all joking around, go out to dinner, and, just have a good time with it, I really enjoy that. I saw some of them over at the local pool hall, and we just sat around and shot the bull for a little while. Corey, Rodney, CJ. I think Raj was there too, but I still haven't met the guy. I see a couple of people, locals, and had a pretty good time. But the funnest part is when we all get together and talk about stories, like what happened here, what this and that. Oh, that was a nice breakout. I hope you got a shot out of that. He's wincing a little bit.
Well, there's a rumor going around that Dave Hanna's waiting for you to play waiting for you out in California.
He's waiting for me. Just tell me what address to send the plane ticket to. He can play any game he can name for any amount he can count with me.
That's fun. Hey,
Tell Dave Hammer I said hi. I really enjoy him. He's a good guy.
Yeah. We are looking to put some challenge matches together in between the Country Calvin Classic, and the following weekend is going to be a 10,000 added event at Bogey's, the James Barnett Memorial. And
he died?
James Barnett passed away just a few months back earlier this year.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. James was
huge supporter of pool in Texas, and
really good guy.
Been around pool a long time.
Yeah, Rodney is on one of his famous
tears
excursions.
Let's make it 6-2 now. Rodney Morris leading Niels Feijen. Wow.
Rodney is he's virtually impossible to stop when he's in this mode right here. He just makes it look effortless. There's only like a few players around that do it, that start playing like that. That's like Rodney, CJ, Earl. They just start going, and they just it looks like there's no stopping.
Brandon Schuff.
Schuff.
I don't know if you got to see him play any.
No,
he's been on a tear. Beat Johnny Archer a little while ago.
Really? It's out. That's a new one. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mark Jarvis plays like that sometimes. When he gets on a roll, it's
a good feeling too.
Yeah.
caught a few of them gears myself, not too often.
But it's good. Everybody on their level has experienced it. And I just think that's what really makes pool fun when that happens for you. Especially if even if it's not for a lot of money, it's fun. It's fun. It makes it worth playing. I was giving guys lessons, and he was beginner at best. Okay, and he got him a pool table at his house, and he practiced what I told him, and it took him about a month. He improved about 1,000% because he practiced so much. And I'm not saying it was because I was teaching him or anything. He was just so determined, And he goes, you know what, Roger? He said, this pool is fun. He said, that's all I can say. It is fun. When you can do some stuff with it, it's fun. It's just a lot of fun.
So that was a nice shot, and Rodney is hooked behind the 6-ball here.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to come around the 10 and maybe go 2 rails. There you go. There you go, 2 rails, and try to...
Rodney's funny. He's doing a little hand motions, telling him to stop. Stop.
Yeah. I've tried it many times, and they don't go by voice commands. The balls don't react to voices or gestures.
Well, it looks like Niels can make this 1 ball on the side.
Yeah, and break out 2. Oh, this is kind of a chilly little roll here.
It's brutal.
Yeah. Now he's probably gonna have to kick at it. I don't know if you can see an edge of that 2-ball or not.
Well, you hear it all the time. Players just don't like to move balls around, because you start moving balls around, something's going to get in your way.
Oh, most definitely. But sometimes you have to go into them, and that's when destiny kicks in. So
also
you really try to stay away from them so destiny doesn't kick in.
Also known as the pool gods. And a few other choice names.
People say pool gods, and it's more they just create their own hell. And that was a good shot.
It's a great kick.
Yeah. He played the cue ball to hit the underside of the 2 to get back to the end rail, and he got a fortunate roll.
Yeah, got that.
But he had great execution there. Now, Rodney. Oh no!
Tickied it into the corner. Oh.
Yeah. I think he was trying to get the 2-ball to go over by the 6. And hit it a little fuller. That's really the name of the 9-ball. Okay, I think he's going to just shoot the 3-ball and kind of stop it right there. Just going to follow it. Okay. So then he's going to shoot the 4-ball in the left corner, shoot the 5-ball in the right corner.
Yeah, it's kind of like connect the dots here from here.
Yeah.
6 to 7. He's just got to watch out for the 10-ball. I don't want to get hooked on that. But his layout is really basic here.
Yeah.
He'd have to really hit a miscue or something to miss it here.
Yeah, kind of like he did a while ago, to get Rodney on his run. Now, Now see, the way he's playing position on the 6, he's going to have to come. He's going to have to make sure that he comes over to this side rail and come out a little bit so he can. You see, and see, that's where a lot of players get into trouble. He could have played more straight in on the 6 and followed down below the 10, so he doesn't have to force the 6 and come over. A lot of players get in trouble. There's some, mishit it just a little bit, and all of a sudden you're behind the 10.
Right.
But Niels plays good enough to where he's able to execute that. A lot of times people don't think about that, what I just said about the 6 ball, where you have to jam it,
Right.
and then they don't have the skill level to jam it over and control the cue ball. And they get, they just, create a lot of trouble for themselves when they didn't have to.
That's good info. A lot of people do get in trouble. A lot of times, and earlier, even today, we've seen some matches where there's only one ball to get behind the whole table and they end up behind it.
Right. That's because they're not taking care of their
patterns.
Right. They're not taking care of their business. Well, Rodney's broken several times and been left with the same position.
Yeah, exact same shot. I was just noticing that myself.
And we were just talking about that at the pool hall, how different speeds of the break make the balls come out different and take a different path. The harder you hit them, and the softer you hit them. And he has his app on his phone where, it's an app on his phone where he can radar how fast he's breaking the balls.
Oh, the break speed app. Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. It's a really cool app.
And so Shane Van Boeing and Rodney were, we were all sitting around. They were talking about this, how to gauge their, how to gauge the speed of their break and everything. And they determined, could have hit that one a little better, but he kind of lunged at it. But Shane's break speed, which he's been determined to be one of the best players in the world right now, his break speed is 23 and a half.
Really?
And he's been said to have the best breaks right now. And it's 23 and a half. There's some, like Bustamante, he can break them at 34 every time.
Really?
Every time.
He does have a crushing break, that's for sure.
Oh, he is, and there's people around that have, really big, huge breaks like that. They're not getting results out of it. The balls splatter real well, but either they're not getting a shot or they're not making any balls.
Right, yeah, and in fact, that's a lot of the new school thinking is to maybe slow it down a little bit and hit a more methodical break around the 23, 24 mile an hour mark.
A more solid hit is way more effective than hitting them off center with a lot of speed. It's way more effective. I mean, Shane proves it every time he plays somebody. So tell me a little bit more about the challenge matches you got planned.
Well, no, we're just looking to set some up over at Bogey's Billiards in between the Country Calvin and the James Barnett.
Okay.
On the 9th. So I'm really open to about any kind of a match. We're looking at doing some, one pocket rotation, 10 ball, 9 ball. Heck, I might probably even do an 8 ball challenge match. Whatever the players want to do.
Let's bank pool.
Bank pool, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely. We've been getting a lot of bank pool ring games together too, playing as much as $5 a rail. So there's a lot of action. We just had one down in Louisiana at the last tournament I went to, and we were playing a bank ring game, waiting for some matches to finish up before we could start the second players auction. And so we started the bank ring game, $5 a rail. Got about 6 players in it, and streamed that while we were waiting. And Cliff Joyner closed it out with a 5-railer. $125 on one shot. It was pretty exciting, man. It's good stuff. We actually had 2 5-railers in that match and several 4-railers. There's some strong banking going on there. But yeah, bank ring games are really fun.
And that's something that we used to play when I was growing up too, is ring games. Say $10 a man, $20 a man, play 10 ball or 9 ball. And we'd have 6, 7, 8 players playing at the same time.
Right.
And that was always like something, that's 8 players is way too much, because you might not ever get to shoot for.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's one thing it's really fun about the bank ring game, is because you get to shoot a lot more.
Right.
Because your players aren't running out.
Right.
I'll tell you what, though, that bank ring game we got it down there in Louisiana, we had players running 4 and 5 balls, pretty regular. It was a pretty stout ring game.
So how does that work? Say I'm shooting, and I'm going to make a 1-rail bank shot. That's worth $5.
You call it. Of course, everything's call shot, and you say, one time back, and you bring it straight back.
Right.
And if you make it, and then the other 5 players give you $5. So you can make 25 for making a 1-railer. So if you make it, and now the last ball.
So if you run, you just get 1 shot.
No, you keep shooting till you miss.
Oh.
And then that's a lot of fun, and I think it's a lot more fun than a 10-ball ring game, actually, just because you get to shoot a lot more. But yeah, it's really cool. It's a fun game.
I was playing the ring 10-ball at the rack, or not the rack, but JOB's in Nashville. I must have lost 80 games in a row.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Just never got anything right. So
man, that was
so I go, well, let's raise it. I'm still in. I said, let's raise it. So they go, oh, okay. And I won like 5 games in a row, and they just all quit. And I'm like, no, you guys didn't do that. Bunch of the younger players.
Right. That was a great kick attempt by Rodney there. Shot at the 2-ball and almost made it long ways. And Niels Feijen is at the table now behind the 10-ball.
Well, it looks like he's going to have to kick under it around the 10. Oh, he's looking at a jump shot. See, I would have never thought about a jump shot. Well, I wouldn't say I would have never thought about it, but that's not my first thought, a jump shot. I'm looking. How can I kick at it? You know, these younger guys, they just automatically jump shot.
Right. Well,
yeah, I think he's going for it in the side too.
Yeah.
Look at that, boy. That is, well, I guess, you know, when you can do that with the jump cue.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of the players I've noticed over the last several years have just keep getting stronger and stronger with their jump cues.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we're just getting better jump cues made, or if players are getting better, or maybe a little of both.
I think it's a lot of the equipment, but I think it's more the players because they actually practice jump shots.
Right.
You know, that's pretty amazing to me. I mean, you know, one guy said he practiced like 4 or 5 hours a day of just jump shots.
No kidding.
Just jump shots.
That's brutal. That's dedication there.
Yep.
Well, Neil's got a tester here. It's a real blood test.
Rodney looks a little irritated, but I think he'll get over it if he looks at the score.
Yeah, well, Neil's kind of roll off that.
Yeah.
Rodney really doesn't have a shot here.
Well, he might have a pretty good safety if he just rolls up to it. Just rolls up to it and gets it to the rail.
No love. Niels with a clear shot on the 3 ball here.
He could have left the door open there.
Yeah, it's wide open.
I found the less error that you give your opponent when you're up, the better off you are. A lot of guys think it's an opportunity to get a little loose.
Absolutely, or maybe just take it as an opportunity to, let up a little bit.
Right.
Get comfortable.
Yeah, I was up 5-2 in my match, and got a little.
Niels Feijen, 6'4".
6'4", and did he win the lag? Whose break is it?
No?
Who won the lag? Rodney? Rodney would break on even if he won the lag.
Yeah, I guess we're going to find out in a minute. I believe Rodney did win the lag. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, we're coming to you live.
Was that Rodney checking his Twitter?
Not sure. We're live from Frisco, Texas, at the Ultimate 10-Ball Championship. This is the beautiful facility here, the Embassy Suites Hotel and Convention Center.
there's no gate. I mean, they're not charging to get in to see the players.
Right. Yeah. The only pay seating is the VIP section. There's 43 seats in the VIP section. They're $15, and those are lined up right along the TV tables here.
For the day?
Yeah, for the whole day.
For the whole day. Mm-hmm. I've never seen that before. I mean, most promoters, that's how they get close to even. Putting on a tournament is the gate. And I've never seen the rack that they're using.
Yeah, the magic rack, magic ball rack.
Magic rack. I mean, everybody's talking about it in the magic rack. I go, boy, I guess it's magic because I can't see it.
What'd you think of it?
I think it's wonderful. It's fair for everybody.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've ever seen that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Not a single gap anywhere. And it really doesn't take a lot of effort either.
Right.
Just kind of roll them up in there and go.
There's been a couple of things come along that I thought were more fair, but this is they really hit on something here. This is the best idea I've seen yet.
Yeah, good stuff, and really inexpensive. And you pick one up for about $15. Yeah, if you're just joining us, this is your host Ray Hansen, also known as Big Truck, and I'm joined in the booth right now by Roger Griffiths. Roger actually playing the event here, and it's good seeing you out again, Roger.
Thank you very much. It's great. It's great to get out. Looks like we're kind of winding down too.
Yeah, it's to be our last match of the evening here. Yeah, it was. It's really. Wow, I can't believe that one didn't go. It's really cool, I'm sitting here doing commentary with Roger Griffiths, and I've got all these Accustat tapes from back in the 80s and 90s from Accustats with Roger Griffiths in them. I used to watch those matches. Probably going to go home and dust them off now.
Yeah.
See what you used to look like back in the day.
Oh, my God.
Actually, I still remember. In fact, I was commenting when... I forget who it was. I think it was David Sopolis earlier had mentioned, hey, there goes Roger Griffiths. And I said, wow, Roger has lost some weight since I've seen him last. Because the last time I saw you, I think, was on the Accustat stream.
Oh, okay.
I think you were a little heavier then.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I was a lot heavier. But I didn't lose any weight.
Oh, yeah?
I gave it away.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How's that?
Because, I mean, if you lose something, you're always trying to find it, right?
That's true.
So I gave mine away.
That's a good way to look at it.
And Johnny Archer picked up some of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he sure did.
That's the first time I've ever seen Johnny with a pot belly.
Yeah, well, getting old, it gets tougher.
So it looked. He's gonna have to come in behind this ball 2 rails. You're gonna have to come in behind 2 rails and put it over to the side rail with the cue ball coming up behind the 9 and the 10. That seems to be a popular shot.
Oh, man.
Well, that's not going to win him any prizes. Let it play below the 4. She's got a shot on the side. It's pretty much looks like it's pretty elementary. Come 2 rails. Now see, the balls close to the hole get a little tricky. If you don't get the right angle, you make it almost impossible to get shape on the next shot. Or unless you're,
Rodney's caliber.
extra ability,
Yeah, that's true.
But Rodney played it the simple way.
A couple updates. Jeremy Saucy has defeated Ralph Souquet and advanced on the one-loss side, and he's in the match now with Brandon Schuff, and he's leading Brandon Schuff 5-2.
Wow, who is he? Where's he from?
Jeremy Saucy's out of, I'm not sure where he's out of originally. I think he's living up in the tri-state area, up in the Northeast. New York City,
okay.
Pennsylvania, New Jersey.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly where he's living, but in that area. Or maybe Connecticut.
How old is he? He looks pretty young.
Yeah, Jeremy is pretty young. You know what? I think he looks younger than he is, but I think he's in his early 30s, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Wow, there's another one. Back when I was growing up, there was maybe a handful of champion pool players, and if you could beat one of them, then that means you got your papers. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now there's like hundreds. There's hundreds of guys that are champions. I mean, they're champions. it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, definitely. Things are a lot different. Well, you know what? A lot of it has to do with there's a lot more training and training tools and books and information available now.
Information on the internet.
The internet's a big part of it, yes, sir. But we didn't have any of that back in the day. If somebody didn't take you under their wing and show you some stuff, you weren't going to get too good.
Right. Well, the way I learned how to play was now they wouldn't teach me anything, but they would play me.
Right.
And they'd play hard.
That was your tuition.
Right. They'd play hard, but I had to gamble with them. It was either that or stake them, play somebody, get them in action. Or, play a ring game or something. Just get to be able to see them play.
Right.
Like Buddy Hall and Denny Searcy, Richie Ambrose.
And that's another good point you just made. Is you said get to see them play. Now with all the live streaming that we have, I mean, there's so much pool available to watch. I have over 1,100 matches just on my website that I've done in the last 2 years.
Right. And back in in my day when I was growing up, well, it was just few and far between.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's kind of exciting, when you really start thinking about it in all those terms. I mean, as far as what kind of players are going to be coming up through the ranks, it's crazy. It's like you're saying, champions everywhere.
Champions everywhere. I mean, everybody runs out. Wow, it's a road player's nightmare. I mean, you never know when you're going to run into the next world champion out there, and he's going to be taking your dough.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're going to be going, man, I don't know this guy. I know everybody that I can beat, I think, so I've got to keep playing. It's 7-4. That's what I thought. Well, looks like he's got a little bit out of position when it's like an unforced error here. But let's see if he'll turn it back into a. That's the beauty of pool. You can, if you have the have the skill level, you can work your way back into the rack. That was a good shot. That was a good recovery. Boy, he is really shows. We like to call it heart. We like to call it heart. That showed a lot of heart right there.
Nice out.
You know, he's down in the match. He's not playing as pinpoint as he would like, and that really shows the heart of a player when they're able to do that. Get back in the rack.
Definitely no quitting Niels.
No, and he shot that 10 ball with a little extra authority. I thought he was going to knock the back of the pocket out with it. Rodney, Alex, Corey Duell, Shane, they all really good attitudes about pool. It's funny, I get a little jaded about pool sometimes, I guess, because all the things I've seen and all the people that have come through trying to just trying to do their thing, and they just display really good attitudes. Really enjoy it.
Rodney doesn't seem happy with this at all.
Yeah, he's kind of jacked himself up over this 9 ball here. Now he's going to have to play kind of tentative here, but I think if he's able to cut this 3 ball in with a little spin, just a little spin, and come to the angle that he had his cue stick at just now, he's possibly going to be able to open this rack up. Made a good shot.
Well, he's going to have to come with another good one now. This 5 ball seems to be blocking the 4.
I don't think he can see it. Could be wrong, though. Yeah, he can see it.
Oh, great shot.
Now, if he plays this, I think he's got to go with 3 rails.
Mm-hmm. Might be able to pull that over. Yeah, he came right over to the side pocket. It's a similar shot
no, he actually he just went one rail with it.
Right, pulled it over to the side rail.
Well, he got himself in a little trouble here.
We are playing all ball fouls, so he's got to really be careful here on this.
Oh, he's going to elect to use the bridge. What a shot. He just speared it like it was nothing. Now, here's a little tester right here. I think he just wants to pocket this ball. I think he's going to throw caution to the wind and just pocket this ball. He doesn't care where the cue ball winds up.
Yeah, that was a great job, too.
That was a great shot.
Well, Rodney Morris 2 balls away from snapping this match off. Bingo.
There you go.
Wow.
Great match.
Great match.
Great match.
Well, Roger, it was a pleasure visiting with you, and cool hearing some of the old stories and back in the day, man. That was some great pool, too. Rodney Morris, powerhouse player, and Niels Feijen really is, too. That was just a fantastic match.
They're both power players, for sure.
Well, that's going to be night for us, folks. We appreciate everyone tuning in. This is your host, Ray Hansen, and Roger Griffiths.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome, Roger.
It was fun.
We'll be back to tomorrow, and I'm going to get our schedule for tomorrow and announce that before we sign off. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
One day, right?